Dear students, today we are going to study the next chapter of class 9 chemistry, and that is atoms and molecules. So in this chapter we are going to study in detail about the atoms and molecules. There was an Indian philosopher named Maharshi Kanad. This is spelling is Kanad. He said first of all that if this is a substance or any element like that, and if we keep dividing this substance again and again, one time, two time, three time, four time, five times, six times, seven time, eight time, nine time, 10 time, 11 times, 100 times, 200 times, 1000 times, then finally at the last we will get a particle which cannot be divided further. So the Maharshi Kanad, he said this smallest particle of a substance which cannot be divided as Parmanu. So Parmanu is a Hindi word which is written here like this, Parmanu. So Kanad named them as Parmanu. Afterward, the John Dalton, there is a scientist John Dalton, he called this particle as atom. So the first word atom that was used by scientist John Dalton. So see the language what is written here. An Indian philosopher Maharshi Kanad said that if we go on dividing matter, matter को हिंदी में कहते हैं पदार्थ, like that, पदार्थ, we will get smaller and smaller particles of matter. Ultimately, we will get the smallest particle of matter which cannot be divided further. Kanad named them as Parmanu, and afterward the John Dalton said these particles as atom. Afterwards, now we are going to study the law of chemical combination. Law of chemical combination means whenever the elements and their atoms, they react to each other and they form the product, they follow some laws. And out of these all the laws, the first law, that is very important law, and that is law of conservation of mass. What is the meaning of this law of conservation of mass? It means the total mass of the reactant and product always remain constant. Whenever a reaction takes place and the products are formed, and if we weigh the mass of the product and the mass of the reactant, that always comes same. During a chemical reaction, matter is neither created nor destroyed. मैटर को ना तो हम बना सकते हैं और ना उसको ख़त्म कर सकते हैं, और इसीलिए जितना रिएक्टेंट का मास रहता है प्रोडक्ट में भी उतना ही आता है. Thus, in a chemical reaction, the total mass product is equal to the total mass of the reactant. For example, it has been found by experiment that if 100 gram of the calcium carbonate are decomposed completely, then 56 gram of calcium oxide and 44 grams of carbon dioxide are formed. With the help of this expression, easily you can understand this is calcium carbonate, and I am taking this calcium carbonate 100 gram, and now we heat up this. When we heat up this, two substances are formed. One is calcium oxide and one is carbon dioxide. And if we weigh this calcium oxide, then it comes 56 gram and this come 44 gram. And how much calcium carbonate we had taken? And that is 100 gram. So this is 100 and this is 56 and 44, that also comes 100. It means the total mass of the reactant and the total mass of the product in any type of chemical reaction, that always remains same and it remains as constant. It means neither the matter can be created nor it can be destroyed. Second law, law of constant proportion. What is the sense of this law of constant proportion? Whenever the elements they react and they form the product, then the product always contain the same element combined together in a fixed proportion by mass. जैसे for example, by one method I prepare water and chemical formula of water is H2O. Then I use the second method and I prepare the water and the chemical formula of the water will come H2O. Now I use the third method and I prepare the water. Water can be prepared by so many methods, and again we see the chemical formula of water, it comes H2O. So by any method we prepare the water, or by any resource we get water, either from the tap water or from the underground water or rainwater, any type of water from any resource you get, always it is made up of two elements. One is hydrogen and one is oxygen. It means water is always made by two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. And if we see the ratio of the atomic masses in the water molecule, that is H2O. H2O में the hydrogen has the atomic mass 1, and how many hydrogens are there? 2. So contribution of the atomic mass in hydrogen is 2, and the contribution of oxygen in the atomic mass, that is 16. And now we cut this, then 2 ones are 2 and 2 8s are, it means the ratio comes 1:8. It means whenever we get the water from any resource or we prepare the water from any method, always it is made up of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, and these both the element they are combined together, they have reacted together in the fixed proportion by mass. proportion का मतलब होता है रेशो. हिंदी में समझ लीजिए, जब भी हम किसी कंपाउंड को बनाते हैं किसी भी मेथड से या किसी भी रिसोर्स से उसको ऑब्टेन करते हैं, तो उसके जो एलिमेंट है वो हमेशा सेम रहते हैं, और उन एलिमेंट में जो एटॉमिक मासेस का रेशियो है दैट ऑलवेज रिमेन सेम और कांस्टेंट. सो इफ देयर इज ए वाटर, द रेशियो ऑफ द एटॉमिक मासेस इन द हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन that always come same, that is 1:8. If the ratio will not come 1:8, it means that will not belong to water. If water is there, then the ratio between the atomic masses of hydrogen and oxygen, that will be always fixed, that is 1:8. Now the next theory, and that is called Dalton's atomic theory. That is a very simple theory, the first theory about the atom that was given by a scientist, Dalton. And what is the first point? The all forms of matter are made up of very very small particles called atom. It means the matter is of three types, mainly solid, liquid and gas. So whether it is a solid, liquid or gas, they are made up of very very fine particles, and these fine particles are called atoms. Second, atoms can not be created, divided or destroyed as a result of chemical change. कोई भी chemical reaction हो रही है तो एटम को ना तो हम ख़त्म कर सकते हैं, ना उसको डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकते हैं और ना उसको डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. थर्ड पॉइंट, all atoms of an element are identical and different from those of the other element. And what is the sense of this statement? Suppose one place I am taking silver, that is Ag, and other place I am taking gold, and that is Au. So obviously when we take silver piece in our hand, it may contains millions of atoms like that, and on the other hand if I take gold, that also may contain millions of atoms. So if we compare the atoms of silver and silver, these are the two atoms, and we are comparing this one, then these atoms which belong to the same element, they are same or identical in all respect. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल सिल्वर के जितने भी एटम्स होंगे उनका एटॉमिक नंबर, उनका एटॉमिक मास, उनका नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन, नंबर ऑफ न्यूट्रॉन एंड ऑल अदर प्रॉपर्टीज, दे विल बी द सेम. So atoms of the same element are identical in all respect. In the same way, gold के जो atoms होंगे, if we compare the gold atoms, they are also identical in all respect. लेकिन atoms of the different element, they are not identical in the all respect. For example, if we compare the silver atom with gold atom, that they will not have the same properties. So that is the sense of this statement. All atoms of an element are identical and different from those of the other element. Fourth point, atoms of the element combine in the ratio of whole numbers to produce a large number of compound. Whenever the atoms they combine, they always combine in the whole number. They never combine in the fraction. Now we see the next topic, and that is atom. And what is the definition of the atom? The easiest definition of the atom is, an atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. किसी भी एलिमेंट का एटम वो सबसे स्मॉल पार्ट होता है जो किसी भी केमिकल रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करता है. दैट इज द सिंपलेस्ट एंड द इजीएस्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ द एटम. Atoms are very very small in size. The size of an atom is identified by its radius. जो एटम्स के साइज होते हैं, they are measured in terms of the radius, which is called atomic radius. Atomic radius is mainly measured in nanometer. जो atomic radius होती है, that is measured in the nanometer. 1 meter is equal to होता है 10 to the power 9 nanometer. What is the mean of this? जैसे दिस इज द 1 मीटर और इस 1 मीटर के हम इतने पार्ट्स करते हैं 10 to the power 9 पार्ट्स. तो वन सिंगल पार्ट दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज 1 नैनोमीटर. सो रिमेंबर 1 मीटर इज इक्वल टू 10 to the power 9 नैनोमीटर. तो 1 नैनोमीटर इज इक्वल टू 1 upon 10 to the power 9 मीटर. शॉर्ट में लिखेंगे तो 1 nm इज इक्वल टू 1 upon 10 to the power 9 m. और डायरेक्ट 1 nm इज इक्वल टू 10 to the power minus 9 m और 1 m इज इक्वल टू 10 to the power 9 nm, like that. So remember this. Now the next topic is symbol of the element. And what is the sense of this? Symbol of the element means the symbol of the atoms of the element. जैसे कार्बन की बात करते हैं तो what is the symbol of carbon? That is C. And what this C represents? That C represents one atom of carbon. जैसे what is the symbol of oxygen? That is O. And what is the sense of O? O represents one single atom of oxygen. So this is the definition of symbol of element. Symbol of element means the symbol of the atom of the elements. Modern symbol of the elements. There was a scientist named J.J. Berzelius. J.J. Berzelius proposed the idea of modern symbol of the elements, and according to him the first letter or the first letter and another letter of the name of an element can be used as its symbol. For denoting one atom of the element we can use the first alphabet of the element. देखिए for example carbon. J.J. Berzelius said if we want to show the one single atom of carbon then we can use the first alphabet of the name and that is C. And whenever we are writing C, that represents one single atom of carbon. Now some places there is a confusion and there is a clash. There is another element and that is called calcium. Calcium also start from C. So if we are writing one atom of calcium and we are denoting it with C, then there is a confusion because we cannot identify that this C belongs to the carbon or calcium. So in that case J.J. Berzelius said those elements which have the first alphabet same, then for one element we can use the first alphabet and the second alphabet. It means for calcium we use Ca. So if we are writing C, that means carbon. If we are writing Ca, that means calcium. So like this, first alphabet or with the first alphabet the next alphabet also we can use. Sulfur. And what is the first alphabet of sulfur? That is S. And if you are writing S, that represents one single atom of sulfur. Now see, sodium. For sodium also, if we are using the S symbol for one atom, then again there is a confusion. So what J.J. Berzelius said, we can use another alphabet and that is O. And if we are using SO, that also not looking so nice to write. So in some cases we don't use the English names, then we use the Latin name. And what is the Latin name of the sodium? And that is natrium. So for sodium we use Na as to show the one atom of sodium. Now some more examples I am going to tell you. Phosphorus. The first alphabet is P. So to show the one atom of phosphorus, we write P. And now potassium. In potassium also the first alphabet is P. So again if we are writing P, then there is a confusion or clash. तो पोटेशियम का लैटिन नेम होता है कैलियम, and in that case we use the first alphabet of Kalium, and that is K. So always whenever we represent one atom of potassium, we write K to show the one atom of potassium. So like this, the whole idea to define the symbol of the element, Berzelius gave three rules. First rule, most of the elements, their atoms, they are denoted by the first alphabet. Some element, their atoms, they are denoted by the first alphabet and the second alphabet, but some atoms of the element, when we represent, then we use their Latin name. So one table is given, so easily you can understand with the help of this table. Symbols derived from the English name of the element. So hydrogen, helium, lithium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, like that up to uranium. These are the name of the element and these are the symbols. So easily you can learn the symbol of the elements. So either the first alphabet or first alphabet with second alphabet. Now one more table is given, and that is symbol derived from the Latin name. Sodium का Latin name natrium, symbol is Na. Potassium, Latin name Kalium, symbol is K. Iron, Latin name Ferrum, symbol Fe. Copper, Cuprum, symbol Cu. Silver, Argentum, symbol Ag. Gold, Aurum, symbol Au. Mercury, Hydrargyrum, symbol Hg. Lead, Plumbum, symbol Pb. Tin, Stannum, symbol Sn. So like this, all the elements, their Latin name and their symbol you can learn by heart, which can be used in the future studies. Now atomic mass of the element. For just to understand the concept of atomic mass, you just see this video, so very easily you can understand the concept of atomic mass. Dear students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, and that is atomic mass. When anybody speaks the word atomic mass, it comes in our mind mass of the atom, but in reality it is not directly related with the mass of the atom. Actually it is a relative mass. Then how do we conclude this as relative mass, so that we are going to understand, and I hope if you will pay attention, then you will understand the real meaning of atomic mass. For example, if I ask you what is the atomic mass of sodium, then you will say 23. Is there any unit of this 23? It is milligram or gram. Can you imagine the mass of the single atom that is so small, which is invisible to the eyes, which we cannot see with the naked eyes? The mass of the single sodium atom cannot be in the gram or in the milligram. So how do we write the atomic mass, and in which unit we write? And that unit is called U. And what is the U? U is actually the unified mass. And it is also called as atomic mass unit. जो U है, that is called unified mass or atomic mass unit. So first we will try to understand the meaning of this U. And if you remember, then I have explained you this topic in the 9th class. See, what is the actual meaning of this U? Actually, the atoms of the elements, they are so small that we cannot think. Even if I say to you the actual mass of the hydrogen atom, then it will be 0.000000000000000000000. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23, and after 23 zeros we write 1673 gram. Mass of the single atom of hydrogen, that is equal to this much gram, and this is very small value. So in our scientific calculation or anywhere, if we need these values, then it is quite difficult, a little difficult. So scientist, he gave another idea to describe the mass of the atom, and that is not in terms of the real mass, that is in terms of the relative mass. So in the scientific notation, if we write this value, then it will come 0.1673 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram, or we can also write 1.673 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. This value, that is 1.673 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram, this is the real mass of one single atom of hydrogen. In the same way, when we discuss the masses of the other atom, they are also something like that, 1 or 2 zeros or some digits more or less, and these types of values are quite difficult to describe. तो ऐसे में scientists suggested the another idea of the atomic mass unit, and that is U. तो अब हम लोग समझेंगे what is the U. देखिए, if in one class, for example, if in one class total 10 students are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, total 10 children are there, and if I ask you, you make a table and write the weight of these 10 children. So there are two ways to write the weight of these students. One way is we write student number 1 and its weight, student number 2 weight, student number 3 weight, student number 4 weight, student number 5 weight, and so on. Finally student number 10 equal to weight. So whatever the weight comes, that we write. This is the one of the way. And what is the second way? Second way is this: any student we make a unit, that is student number 5, we make the unit of this, and we compare the masses of the, we compare the weight of the other students with that of this. Suppose इसको हम एक यूनिट बना लेते हैं और इसका वेट है 20 kg, 20 kg. Now if we get an idea that is the weight of this student number 5, this 20 kg, then the weight of the other students can be described by using this unit, and that is 20 kg. अब हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जो स्टूडेंट नंबर 1 है उसका वेट इस स्टूडेंट नंबर 5 से 5 kg ज़्यादा है. इट मीन्स 5 + 20. स्टूडेंट नंबर 2, ये हो सकता है क्वाइट पॉसिबल इसका वेट इससे 2 kg ज़्यादा हो, तो 2 + 20 लाइक दैट. स्टूडेंट नंबर 3 हो सकता है इसका वेट इससे 4 टाइम्स ज़्यादा हो, तो 4 + 20, तो दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 25, दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 22, दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 24. तो हमने क्या किया, इसको एक यूनिट बना लिया और बाकी जितने भी बच्चे हैं उनके वेट को इससे कंपेयर किया. हम ये कह सकते हैं कि 1 का वेट इससे इतना ज़्यादा है, 2 का इतना ज़्यादा है, 3 का इतना ज़्यादा है, 6 का इतना ज़्यादा है, 9 का इतना ज़्यादा है, 8 का इतना ज़्यादा है, 7 का इतना ज़्यादा है और 10 का इतना ज़्यादा है. तो 2 ways are there. I am just giving you the example so that easily you can understand the concept of atomic mass. तो एक हमने यूनिट बना लिया और बाकी जितने भी बच्चे थे उन सबके वेट को उससे कंपेयर किया. तो इसी तरीके से साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने भी एक मास को यूनिट बनाया. And with the help of that unit, the scientists they described the masses of the other atoms of the element. और वो जो यूनिट होती है that is called unified mass और atomic mass unit. तो वो एक्चुअल में उसका मास कितना है यूनिट का that we will see. देखिए डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द यूनिट. जो साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने यूनिट बनाया उसके लिए द साइंटिस्ट दे हैव टेकन द कार्बन और कार्बन को वी राइट एज 6 कार्बन 12. एक्चुअली कार्बन्स आर आल्सो 3 टाइप्स. वन इज कॉल्ड 6 कार्बन 12, another one is called 6 carbon 13, another one is called 6 carbon 14. So for making the unit, the scientists they took 6 carbon 12. This is the 6 carbon 12. And if we just to we define this 6 carbon 12, so its atomic number is 6. This is the atomic number and this is the mass number. And if I ask you how many electrons are there, electrons are always equal to the atomic number, that is 6. What is the mass number? This is the mass number, that is 12. And how many protons are there? Protons are also equal to the atomic number, that is 6. How many neutrons are there? Neutrons are calculated by subtracting this value from this 12 minus 6 and that is 6. The atomic number 6, electron 6, mass number 12, proton 6, neutron 6. This is the atomic number, this is the mass number. Atomic number is equal to the proton and it is also equal to the electron and this is the mass number. Now I am just drawing the one single atom of carbon. This is the nucleus, this is the first shell and this is the second shell. Now what is there in the nucleus? That is proton is equal to 6 and neutron is equal to 6. Now how many electrons are there? Electrons are 6. So the first shell that has 2 electrons and the second shell that has 4 electrons. This way. So if somebody asks you what is the actual mass of one atom of carbon, तो उसका जो मास होगा वो उसमें आपके सभी चीज़ें आएंगी. दैट इज मास ऑफ द प्रोटॉन, मास ऑफ द न्यूट्रॉन एंड मास ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन. बट द masses of the electron are very very small as compared to the whole atom of carbon. तो जब भी हम लोग किसी भी एटम के मास की बात करते हैं तो मास ऑफ द एटम मीन्स ओनली द मास ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. दिस इज द न्यूक्लियस. Because these masses the electrons are very very small as compared to the mass of the whole atom. जैसे if you go for the haircut to the barber shop and before going to the barber shop you weigh your weight. Suppose it comes 40 kg and after coming back from the barber shop when your hair is cut then also you weigh. So what will be the weight of that? That also comes same, that is 40 kg. इसका मतलब जो है हेयर कटने के बाद आपके वेट में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. बिफोर कटिंग द हेयर्स दैट वाज 40 kg, आफ्टर कटिंग द हेयर्स दैट इज आल्सो 40 kg. तो हेयर्स का मास कटने से, हेयर के कटने से मास पे क्यों डिफरेंस नहीं आया? बिकॉज the mass of the hair are very very small as compared to the whole body. So in the same way electrons are also very very small as compared to the whole atom of the element. तो ऐसे में जब भी हम बात करते हैं mass of the one atom, always it is equal to the mass of the nucleus. masses of the electrons are not included in the mass of the whole atom. And since these electrons are not included, only we are taking the mass of the nucleus, so it is better that we discuss only the nucleus of the carbon 12. Now I am drawing just the structure of nucleus, and this is the nucleus, only the nucleus of this 6 carbon 12. Then protons how many? 6, and neutron how many? 6. अब हमको क्या करना है? This nucleus, we make 2 pieces of this nucleus of the 6 carbon 12. Afterwards, we just cut from the here this side and we make 4 pieces, just like the pizza. After that, we cut from here and we get how many pieces? 6 pieces. Then we cut from this side, how many pieces? 8 pieces. One more cut, 10 pieces. One more cut, 12 pieces. We make 12 pieces of this 6 carbon 12, and afterwards one single piece of this 6 carbon 12 we take out from here. Just like the pizza, when you eat, then you take a single piece of the pizza. In the same way, we also take a single piece of the pizza. And if I ask you कि ये क्या है, what is this, तो आप कहेंगे it is 1/12 part of 6 carbon 12. ये जो आपने कट करके पीस निकाला है, ये 1/12 पार्ट ऑफ द 6 कार्बन 12. और ये जो 1/12 पार्ट ऑफ द 6 कार्बन 12 है, इसी को साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने बनाया यूनिफाइड मास. और इसको कहते हैं एटॉमिक मास यूनिट और 1U. फिर साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने क्या किया, इसको वे किया, एंड आफ्टर वेइंग दिस वन दे गॉट एन आइडिया दैट दिस सिंगल पीस यानी 1/12 पार्ट ऑफ द कार्बन 12, इसका जो वेट है दैट इज इक्वल टू 1.673 इंटू 10⁻⁻24 ग्राम. ये जो मास है, इतने मास को हम लोगों ने कह दिया दैट इज इक्वल टू 1U. अब अगर किसी एटम का मास एग्जैक्टली इसके बराबर है 1.673 इंटू 10⁻⁻24 ग्राम, तो आइदर वी से दिस कि उस एटम का मास इतना है, और वी से इट इज इक्वल टू 1U. दैट हैज द सेम मीनिंग. जैसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल दैट इज 1 एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. 1 एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, जो 1 एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन है, तो अभी जस्ट नाउ आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यू, 1 सिंगल एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, उसका जो मास होता है दैट इज 1.673 इंटू 10⁻⁻24 ग्राम. एंड सिंस द 1 एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन दैट इज इक्वल टू दिस मच ग्राम, तो आइदर वी राइट दिस और वी राइट सिंपली 1U. तो whenever somebody asks what is the atomic mass of hydrogen, so we don't say the atomic mass of hydrogen is equal to 1.673 into 10⁻24. We always say the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1U. तो जैसे ही हम बताएंगे the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1U, it is understood U means unified mass, और unified mass means 1.673 into 10⁻24 ग्राम. किसी भी एटम का मास अगर इतना है तो उसको हम 1U कह सकते हैं. और ये जो 1U है दैट इज नॉट द रियल मास, ये रिलेटिव मास है. क्यों रिलेटिव मास है? क्योंकि हमने मास ऑफ द एटम को, मास ऑफ द हाइड्रोजन एटम को रिलेट किया है किससे? 1/12 पार्ट ऑफ द कार्बन 12. इफ एनी एटम हैज द एटॉमिक मास दैट इज 2U या सपोज 4U. So what is this 4U? Actually it is the relative mass. And if I ask you what will be the real mass of this atom which has the atomic mass 4U, then you can say 4 or U means 1.673 into minus 24 gram, and when we multiply this, then we can get the actual mass or the real mass of any element. Most of the common elements and their atomic masses are given in this table. So I hope you have understood. The unit of the atomic mass is U. So hydrogen, symbol H, relative atomic mass is 1. Carbon, symbol C, atomic mass 12. Oxygen, O, atomic mass 16. Nitrogen, N, atomic mass 14. Chlorine, Cl, atomic mass 35.5. Sulfur, S, atomic mass 32. Sodium, Na, and atomic mass is 23. So these are the most common elements which can be used here and there. So these elements and their atomic masses also you learn by heart. What is the significance of the symbol of the element? That also question may come in the exam. First significance, the symbol stands for the name of the element. तो जैसे हम लिखते हैं symbol of carbon C, it means it is understood, it defines the name of the element, and that is carbon. The symbol stands for the one atom of the element. So whenever you write C, that represents one single atom of carbon. Symbol also represents one mole of the atom. अभी इसी चैप्टर के लास्ट में हम पढ़ेंगे मोल. तो one, the symbol of the element that represents one mole of the substance. And finally at the last, it is given symbol represents a definite mass of the element. So whenever you write carbon, तो कार्बन का जो एटॉमिक मास है एंड दैट इज 12, एंड व्हेनेवर इट इज नीडेड इन द कैलकुलेशन दिस 12 कैन बी टेकन एज 12 ग्राम. सो दैट एटॉमिक मास और द सिंबल दे आर रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर. सो व्हेनेवर वी राइट सिंबल, इट्स एटॉमिक मास इज 12, एंड इन द कैलकुलेशन whenever it is needed, this 12 can be made equal to 12 grams. So these are the 4 points which you learn for your studies. Thank you.